Hi, family. So I just wanted to come through. I always start off that way. I noticed that. Hi, family. I just wanted to come through. So maybe that's just like my little intro. So yeah, I just wanted to come through really quickly because this week I will be catching up on the videos that I want to do. So I will start off by doing a quick Tatt video. I wanted to show off the other tat that I mentioned that I was going to get. And um, just if you don't remember what it was just a cross on my right arm. And you can look at my probably the video from our fourth year, second part or first part um, of me showing you what that looked like. And I mentioned that I wanted to get it changed, and there were some reasons why. Um, and I'll just go ahead and go right into it. But without further ado, first, let me just show y'all what it looks like. Oh, of course, I gotta show the locks. Needs to be retwisted. I'm still gonna do that video. You know, I could probably do it in this one. Makes no sense to make another one. So at the end of this tab video, I'll just do the official measurement of my hair so you can see where it stops. So, without further ado. So this is Tat number 2. So what you are looking at here is my creation yet again. My artist, like I said, he does a fantastic job of getting my vision and just doing what I want him to do with it. Like he's just great with what I give him, the images I give him, and his creativity and insight, and just it's just perfect. So let me just show you what I'm working with. So, and that's my phone, by the way. So he completely covered the cross for the most part. He kind of incorporated the bottom of the cross, like this used to be the bottom, and he incorporated it into the ankh, as you see here. I have two eyes of horse right here, and then I also have the Egyptian sign at the end of the ankh. So that is pretty much what you're looking at, all the symbolism of Kemet, the sun, the eyes, and then the ankh. So I mentioned in the last video that I wanted to get this changed because it dealt with, I guess, a spiritual transition that I've been going through for the past. Mm, I think I have to say, ever since I was 18, I've been on this journey, and I kind of stumbled upon it because I just noticed, like, all of my life, in terms of my spiritual beliefs, my religious beliefs, I just didn't know what I believed in. I wasn't totally sold on Christianity. I did go to church. I was baptized. Um, According to my family, I would be Baptist, that denomination, but no, I'm not a practicing Christian. I'm not even a part-time Christian. I had to just be honest with myself. The idea of going to church, sitting through that was hell for me on earth. I felt my knees tremble as I walked to the church door because I just felt an unsettling and uneasiness going to church. Now, this doesn't mean that does not mean that I don't believe in a higher being. It does not mean that I don't pray. I do, but I'm also a student of life. I study all religions, and from each, I can take a little, I can take something from each, religion, and incorporate it in my spiritual life. I am more inclined to becoming one and in balance with nature. That sounds very hippie-ish. That sounds very tree hugger ish. But that has always just been what drove me. Okay, that's my phone. That has always been what has driven me. That in the core of me has always pushed me towards a more earthy existence. I've been like that ever since I was a child. People have always complimented my mother about, having such an Afrocentric child. Um, Growing up, I grew up fast, not fast in the ass. I mean, fast in terms of responsibility. A lot of times I didn't have time to do what kids do, bullshit around. I had things to do around the house. I held a job, helped mama out. I was like little mama, around the house with my little brother. Um, so, with all of that, I was just always really an independent type of thinker. And I'm glad my mother did not push anything on me when I was young. I didn't let her know when I was young how I felt about it. I kind of went along with the program. I would go to church, I would, do different things, but I never told her how I really felt about what I was learning in the Bible. School fucked it up. I can tell back in the day why they didn't want slaves to learn their history. Because when you learn history beyond the borders of the United States, when you study world history, you're naturally going to be studying other old world philosophies, their religions, their practices. You're going to start from um, you may start from Rome or Greece and work your way through. Um, but learning about those things, learning about how the planets, the earth, and the stars came about, and gathering that humans are nothing more than just figments of maybe stardust and elements when you think about it, because nobody we have a lot of theories on how man began. We just know for certain where. We know it started on the continent of Africa. Now, who? One African mother, I was told. Sometimes I'm not sure if I believe that too. I'm not married to anybody's belief systems. I'm very much so an inquisitor. I question things and I like to learn. I like to explore. So if things don't quite make sense to me in a digital world, you know, I need a little bit more than just, okay, we started from two people, Adam and Eve, and God pulled Eve from the rib of Adam. Like, I am more inclined to believe the Big Bang theory of how the planets form than the Adam and Eve story, and that's just real. That's just real. I would like to. It's like I'll be more inclined to believe that we're made of stardust, elements of stardust, because when you think about it, all the elements that we are made of, composed of in our body, carbon, iron, phosphorus, sulfur, those are all the same elements you find in Earth. So um, this spiritual journey has led me to being more aware of what I, of course, what I eat. It made me more aware of the source of my foods, mental food and nourishment for the body. It was just a complete top down spiritual cleanse. Had to get rid of all the worldly things I had learned up until the point that I was 18, and I was ready to start anew. Because when I turned 18, I had full autonomy over my body, meaning I could go and do anything I wanted to do, and my mama couldn't tell me no. So that right there just gave me the go ahead to go ahead and go forward with the lifestyle that I see for myself. So that's why, I do study a lot of no, not a lot. I'm getting into studying a lot of the different periods during the Kemetic Empire, learning about the different queens and the kings and the wars and the invasions of the pretty much of whites. All of that is documented, and I need to learn that from that perspective and not from the Western perspective that I have been given, up until this point in my life. So, the cross doesn't represent life to me. The ankh represents life. The cross actually represents death to me. So that's why I had to get that changed. that's where that's where I'm is with my spiritual journey. Um, if you all would like to know more about it, some of the, I guess, some of my ideas about certain things, or because, you know, I don't mind sharing. I actually like dialoguing around this because I've started to meet more people who are like minded like myself. And it makes me feel good because it's easy for people to ostracize me for not believing in Jesus or not believing in religion, or calling me an atheist. It's like I feel people have the need to want to categorize me, and it kind of automatically put me on the offensive when I don't follow the norm. So, yeah, I'm open. I'm opening the door. So have at it. Talk to y'all later.